Welcome to the last in our power band series. Today's going to be all about arms, biceps and triceps. We'll be supersetting between each exercise. Won't be long at all, probably about 15 minutes. Before we get started on the workout, we'll be demonstrating the exercises. The main thing to remember with all exercises is really about form. It's not about the weight you move, which is why the bands are going to come in perfectly as an example of this whole thing, because Tevez should be tired as hell when we're done.
Nice. Ready?
Mm-hmm. So we'll start demonstrating bicep exercises. So we'll just start with a close curl. So keep your elbows close to your body and then just hit a normal bicep curl.
Okay.
Now, talking about form, the main thing, as you can see, is Tevez's shoulders are kept in like a neutral position, kept back a little bit, scapula slightly retracted, and then all you're focusing on is bending at the elbow and moving the arm up. Contracting the bicep as much as you can, and then just keeping it going. There you go, bro. Right, next exercise. Reverse curl. So literally, he's just gonna rotate his arms and then do the exact same movement pretty much. Core tight, focus on breathing, and then slow and steady. There's no need to rush through this at all. As he gets to the peak position, you see the forearm working hard here, and again you see the bicep head working hard. It's about slowing it down and really squeezing. This will really improve your grip strength overall. It will improve the overall bicep head. It's just a great exercise that not enough people do, surprisingly enough.
And if you notice this outer head as well, you can see it pop in here, right? And that's the good thing I like about doing reverse, the reverse grip.
Now we will get to wide curl. So this is again just literally rotating. So just rotate like that. This is almost a variation of the concentration curl. You want to keep your elbows as close to your body. Alright, go up now. There you go. Yeah. And you want to really focus on the contraction. And if you notice Tevez doing this in a controlled motion, this is no race at all. Key thing with arms is all of it being within your control.
Yeah, so this is isolation movement. So you want to really isolate, get the full stretch at the bottom without locking out the elbows really. And back up all the way, full peak contraction. Squeeze and down, yeah?
Now, next we will have the drag curl. So
okay.
Down.
Kind of like that?
Yeah. Again. Again.
See if you want to see that from the side, I guess. Elbows tucked. Alright, elbows bent. And then you just going back and up.
Now this position, this movement for most is unique because not many people do it, but it's about, as the name suggests, drag curl. So you're curling and dragging in one movement. You're starting out partially curled, and then you're getting as high as you can go. The better your mobility is, the better, or the higher you can go. But as you can see, again, Tevez is doing this in a controlled motion.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
I can tell you're gonna get a real good pump from this though. I've never done that personally, but I could feel the contraction.
Yeah. It's one of least used, but it's incredibly effective, and you feel it immediately.
Yeah, nice.
Start with body weight, so just push-up variation, so close grip and then normal push-up. With the close grip, we're going to really put emphasis on the chest up, so almost make a diamond shape.
Okay.
As low as you can go. Down for 3 seconds to go all the way down. Now 3 seconds all the way down. Now 3 seconds coming up.
Oh. Okay, that was a bit fast.
Now
hold on, let me go again.
Okay.
So let me go.
Okay. 3 seconds down.
1, 2, 3.
3 seconds up.
1, 2, 3.
Now when it comes to triceps, the key thing is push-ups, incredibly effective, but you need to really confuse the muscles, so different speed, different amount of power. Like when you explode up, that's just activating everything. When you slow it right down, that's really getting the muscle to pop. Now we're going to talk about normal push-ups. This is just a fatigue exercise. We've done this before, so I won't even really discuss that much about form, but Tevez will demonstrate it for you.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Take your time, slow and controlled movements, as usual.
Now one more, just demonstrate 3 seconds down, 3 seconds.
Okay.
3 seconds up. Only thing I'll add here is notice that he was going all the way to the bottom, all the way to the top. That's key. Focus on form. It's not about how many you can do at all, but it's about doing it properly.
Yep.
We'll start out with tricep press, max, and then get to pressing.
You mean this one?
Now, anyone that's familiar with using a barbell or a dumbbell for this movement, it should be fairly easy, but those of you that aren't, you want to try to keep your elbows...
Turn my head this way.
True. You want to try to keep your elbows as close to your head. And it's going to be a controlled movement. Notice the slight rotation as his arm goes all the way up. Notice that his tricep fully locks out. Again.
There's more tension on my right hand.
True.
Sorry.
That's it. Try it with both feet. Yeah.
That's why I had it. Yes.
Okay, so go for it.
Okay? Okay.
Right.
Anything else?
We will do kickbacks. So with that still on your feet.
You want to do it from this side?
Then forward ever so slightly. With the resistance band, you'll have to fly your elbows ever so slightly. And then just hit a kickback how you'd normally do. There you go. The main thing here is really driving your legs into the ground, keeping your core nice and tight, keeping your back in a neutral position, and then everything is coming from your triceps. So from the elbow, once it's locked out, you're just extending as far out as you can go, and notice the tricep head just popping every time you fully extend.
Okay, so these exercises are really good for toning and shaping the muscles, to really getting some definition, like you're actually chiseling it out. Yeah.
Next we've got pushdowns. So let's go as high as we can go.
So we're climbing fences again this weekend. Okay.
Step back a bit more to get more resistance.
Slight bend in the knees, I guess.
Slight bend and then just...
Do you want to point out a few things?
The main thing is notice how his elbows rotate close to the body. His core is tight. There's a slight bend in his knees. He's keeping his back in a neutral position, and everything again is coming from the triceps. A lot of people use too much arm, so it's very easy to let your arms go forwards, to bring biceps into things, to bring shoulders into things, but you want to keep in a locked position and extend to the best of your ability. For some of you, if your mobility is not good, that may mean that it's not coming back as far as you think it should, but that's okay, that will improve over time.
Okay, one thing I want to note out as well, you're not leaning forward and then using your entire body weight to press down. It doesn't work like that. I see a lot of people do it in the gym, no matter how big or how small. I see everyone do it, right? A lot of people. So it's not this, right? It's not using your upper body to really get down. It's actually isolation at the tricep, which is why we say keep the posture as neutral as possible.
Now, exercise is the reverse push down.
So you're going on it that way?
Flip around. Exact same position, just change your grip.
Oh, okay. Okay, step back a bit for some resistance, I guess. And we're gonna go.
This one, immediately you're going to notice that your range of motion isn't as good as the first one. This is putting a bit of extra emphasis just slightly on the shape and really defining things. You'll also realize that you may be weaker in this movement. Like the exact same movement as the first one. And it will actually fatigue you a lot faster, which is why this is usually done after the first one.
Okay.
Well, skull crushers is the final one you were about to do.
The skull crusher.
So the final exercise will be skull crushers. Normally this will be better done with a door, but we've just found out you can make it work outside. So bring your elbows as close to your body as you can, and then you're extending in one smooth movement until you really feel your triceps lock out. Keeping your core tight. You want a real good rhythm with this movement with your breathing. And notice that Tevez is doing the right thing in terms of he's doing it in almost two movements. You extend once, it locks out, you extend again, and then it really pops.
Yeah, so because I'm using the resistance bands in a way, it makes it harder, right? Because this is just trying to clank in my head, right? Which is why we call it skull crusher. Because you have to actually use your triceps on the back as well, on the way down. So on the, what do they call it, concentric and eccentric movement, right? So up here, I have to hold, really use the muscles, and going back down as well, same level, right?
And that is everything. The final thing we'll do is pull-ups, but we'll do that at the end because that will be the finishing move once the man has done everything else.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, we could do some pull-ups after?
Yeah, we'll do that now. So, right, so the only break you'll be getting is when I call out the two exercises that you'll be supersetting.